Time is ticking for high schoolers looking to apply for college. The ACT registration deadline is less than 2 weeks away. But before you sign up, there are several major changes you should know about. Joining us live to discuss is David Blowbaum from the National Test Prep Association. Good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
Well, how's the ACT changing this year, and how does that change how it's scored?
Great question. So currently the ACT has two different formats. There's the digital format and then there's the paper format. They're rolling out the new test at two different times. So that digital format in April, this coming April, will be the new test. On the paper format, it'll continue in its current form until we hit September. And then the paper version will also become the new test in September. And as far as what the new test looks like, all students should appreciate the changes. So the science section is becoming optional. And if students don't take that optional science section, then instead of being the current 2 hours and 55 minutes on the current exam, the test will only be 2 hours and 5 minutes. Students will also get more time per question as well on the new test.
Okay, I wish that was optional when I took the test. What are the pros and cons of choosing to take that optional science section?
So for now, students should take the optional science section because most colleges haven't put out their statements on whether they recommend or will require that science section on on this next admission cycle. For further, future admission cycles, maybe students really won't need to take it. But for now, we're saying, hey, you might actually need it, especially if you're applying to a science major, and it's an extra $4 and 40 minutes. Still worth it to take it for now.
Okay. Now, should students take the new ACT or should they take the SAT instead, which also had some changes recently? I mean, which makes sense for different people?
And you nailed it with there's different things will make sense for different people. So the best way to figure that out is to take an official practice test of each, both the SAT and the ACT. Use a concordance table to compare your scores on both tests, see which one you do better on, and then prep for that test. In general, the ACT questions are more straightforward, but you have to work more quickly on them. The SAT, you get more time per question, but they're more tricky, abstract questions.
Okay, I know it can be very stressful for a high school student who has this, lingering for them. What are some ways students should prepare to take these college entrance exams?
So luckily, we live in the golden age of information. So there's ample resources. So on the SAT, for instance, all students have access to the free Khan Academy platform, which is an SAT online learning platform. But beyond that, there are inexpensive prep books. Students can do a class or private tutoring. They can also head to nationaltestprep.org to get a directory of vetted ethical professionals to help and guide them through the testing and college admissions process.
Okay, good to know. David Blowbaum, thank you so much for all your tips and advice.
Thank you.